Hey, Coach Derek here from Kikfit Training. This is defense lesson number 10. Today I'm going to show you some techniques that you can use in nonviolent postures or positions to not telegraph the intention that you're going to defend yourself and how to kick that fight off with the easiest move or technique to get them into the startle flinch response, into the fear loop where they become the deer in the headlights. They don't know what to do, and you become the human blender, chop them into pieces, escape, and get to safety. The three positions that we're going to practice today are going to be the nonviolent position here, or posture, where you're saying, please take it easy, I don't want trouble. What do you want from me? I'll do whatever you say. We've already discussed from this position here, everything is lined up. This is your fighting posture anyway. From here, you got your finger jab to the eye, you got your throat strike, you got your palm strike to the face, you got your elbow jab into the sternum, you got the spear into the brachial plexus, you got the headbutt if they're close enough, you got an elbow strike across the side of their jaw, you got a knee strike into their groin, you got a short kick into their ankle or their knee. You've got lots of tools at your disposal. You just have to decide when you're ready to go. Change position from here. You're at a bar, somebody bumps into you, turn around. Hey, what's going on here, buddy? Hey, F you guy, you know what? I'm going to screw you up or mess you up. Take it easy. This makes sense. I'm not changing position. I'm not increasing my intensity. From here, I've got a finger jab to the eye. I've got a shot to the groin. I've got a spear into the side of the brachial plexus. I've got the same tools here. I'm just launching it from a different platform. So you don't want to confuse if you go from here to here to here, the tools change. It doesn't. It just means that you're not telegraphing by changing from here to suddenly into here, letting them know that you want to fight or that you can fight. So you're lulling them into this low level of intensity, if you will. So practice whatever your natural stance is. If this is how you talk, then start the fight from here, side of the neck here, shot to the throat here, spear to the side of the brachial plexus there. It doesn't really matter as long as you don't telegraph and tense up before you launch that first strike. So it's a flash bang. The first strike I do recommend should be quick. So if my hands are here, it's a sharp flash to the eyes, a finger jab to the eyes, I'm flicking. Now they startle back. From here, a shot to the throat. From there, a spear into the brachial plexus. From there, a knee into the groin. So it becomes this blender and momentum. I'm chopping into little pieces as I move forward. Practice also sitting down in a chair or a table. What would you do from there? Maybe it's a shot to the groin because you're near the groin. You pull their arm down, elbow into their neck. Be creative, but also be realistic as you practice and think about these techniques, and have a partner moving at 1/4 speed so you can know that this will work, or this is a fantasy, it would never work. So the actual practical experience is an important component in building that muscle memory so that you have a hardwired subconscious folder that says, time to protect, go to action. Third thing, as you do that, is make sure you always have a dialogue. Practice saying something all the time. This is important to defend yourself legally and morally because you said, I don't want any trouble. Please don't hurt me. There's a camera somewhere recording you. So now you are doing the moral right thing by saying, please, I don't want any trouble. You're doing the legal right thing by saying, I don't want to be a victim. According to the camera and the witness and even the perpetrator, you said all these things, you did all these things before you did your strike, before you did the counterattack, before you did the human blender thing and boogied out of there to safety. It is really important to practice natural flow as you do these movements. So as I'm talking here, I'm non-telegraphic into the neck. I'm not telegraphing my intentions before I strike out. So I'm moving very slowly, if you will, they're thinking he's compliant, he's subservient, he's very slow, he's very stupid. And as I'm moving, they don't see the sudden strike happening. They're not prepared for that. So it's very important not to telegraph by doing here to here to here. It's natural flow, easy. You don't have to hit hard on the first strike. You just have to hit somewhere that's going to create pain compliance. So the top 7 areas again are the eyes, the throat, the solar plexus, the groin, the knee, the shin. It really is important to practice the major components that people have a hard time training to get tougher. That's going to hurt and cause that pain management for you to have the momentum shift over to your side, if you will. So as I move naturally, where would I strike from? That's going to be natural. That's not going to be telegraphic. As I talk, when is the right moment to strike? Can I strike? Do I want to strike? It may take a few seconds to get yourself amped up, to get the courage and the confidence to engage into that first strike. So it's also important as you're doing your drills at some point to have a physical live partner in front of you, having a real dialogue. Because those who talk, even if they're threatening you with violence, sometimes there is a small percent can be persuaded to walk. So if I'm doing a drill with one of my students and he or she really convinces me that I don't want to mug them, rape them, and kill them, I'll say, cool. And I walk away. Now they've won that fight because they've convinced me that they're not going to be the victim. I don't want to choose them as a victim. That could be my sister, my mother, my friend, my brother, etc. They don't have any money. They've got a sexual disease. All these things to de-escalate, devalue, and dissuade them from actually engaging in that action to get what they want, which is again possessions, body, or your life, and significance. So if you give them the significance, but you don't have the money, your body's infected with a disease, they don't want to kill you because you're a father or mother of 3 brand new babies, and they had kids too. So these are techniques psychologically to keep in mind that you want to use every last resource before you engage in the actual physical battle. Because if there is a physical fight, even if you're right, there's going to be a court fight where you will have to defend your actions in a courtroom with judges and potentially a jury. So remember, it's really, really important to defend yourself psychologically, emotionally, physically, and legally. Know your rights, know what you can or cannot do on the street. In these very uncertain times, it's very important to be certain that you can defend yourself and protect your family. Because at the end of the day, your safety depends on you.